Okay, so this is your live. Then is it showing on Twitter? Looks like it's not. So strange.
Yeah, your cookie.fun account is not live.
Yeah. You know what we can do? I can add probably. Let's see. Oh, we've got. Let's see where people. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're live. All right, perfect.
Refresh.
All right, hello everyone. We're back with another AI Agents Yap session with Jin. So today we wanted to talk to you about AI agents as always, and I don't think we've done the presentation of the cookie.fun version 3 with the premium features yet, have we, Jin?
No, we haven't. We've not seen the new stuff. I actually haven't used it yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do.
Oh yeah, there is. I mean, I was on holiday when we launched it, so I knew the new feature that we were adding, but then I was on holiday when it launched and I was like super excited because usually I'm like nitty gritty with everything before the launch. And it was nice having the experience of seeing, seeing it launch actually like without being there for the launch of version 3. All right. So I think I am sharing my screen. Let me double check. Yes, you can all see my screen. So let me go through the new features. So the biggest change in version 3 is that we added an option to connect to your wallet. So right now it's not just a standalone page. You have a lot of like customization options and you can sort of um, navigate and set up your own filters and wish list, etc. here. The reason there is a wallet login is also because we added token gating. So there is a free version and we added some new free features. And also there is a token gated premium versions to access some of the more nitty gritty data. All right. So the first thing that is available to free users is the watch list that we added here. So right now, there is a lot of AI agents, and you might not want to like look at all of them at the same time. So very easily, very natural. You just choose whatever you want to see in your watch list, and then when you click on the watch list, it will show you just these AI agents. So a way for you to choose what you want to see. And then in the free version, you can have up to 5 tokens in your watch list, and in the premium cookie gated version, there is as many as you want. Another thing that let me unclick it. Another thing that I find super helpful here is the filter, so you can see only Solana base agents and base agents as well, so you can filter between the two. It's especially useful, if, for example, I know some people are just trading agents on Solana and they don't really care about base or vice versa. So it's an easy way to see only what interests you. This is also available in the free version. And then finally, you can put more advanced filters in here. So choose the chain, and you can choose other chains. You can sort by the mindshare that this agent has. So for example, I'm not interested in agents that have less than 20% mindshare, so I can apply it. Same, I can be only interested in agents. So you say like under 10 million market cap. You can filter them by the amount of holders, by the framework, and by the date this agent was created. So, for example, I want to only see agents created in the last week. I'm interested if any data is going to pop up with these filters. Maybe let's do it. 15% mind share. Yeah, I thought so. Because I think I chose the, here. Maybe let's do creation date. 7 days plus. Still no results. Okay. Well, what did I put here that is okay? Because it is showing, let's say, from August to today. Strange. Let me refresh these filters, reset all filters, and let's try just mindshare 10. Yeah. All right. So, you have to play around with these filters to know what you want to see. And if you're too strict, then probably there will be no agents that have a big market cap and, have been created in the last 7 days as I just inputted. All right. Another thing that is also available in the free version as well is filtering and looking at ecosystems altogether. This is actually something you mentioned in our last stream. So it was inspired by you. But for example, here I'm looking at AI.
When built by Jin, I need to. I'm desperate for that. I need a
we need to add it.
built by Jin tab.
We need to add it. We'll let our product team to add it. But yeah, definitely it should have built by Jen because it was your idea. But we added it here. So this is pretty cool because sometimes you want to look at the framework altogether. Let's look at the virtuals. You've got the same stats you would have for the agents, which is the mindshare market cap. You also have the metric that shows how many agents were listed. And you've got also total unique holders. Unique holders means that we are not duplicated. So for example, if I don't know, I hold 3 agent tokens that are built on virtual, I will be counted as like one holder, not like 3 different holders. So it's not summing up the numbers of all tokens, but rather figuring like how many unique wallets hold virtual agents.
That's useful because that's useful to see a distribution. Because I mean, kind of moving into bubble maps territory here, right? Which is pretty, because essentially, I think you want to be a full data solution, right? And I think that's going to be the next step, right?
Yeah, we want to be we want to be like the go-to place for AI agents analytics. So we like to call ourselves, like the coin market cap and coin gecko of AI agents, because we want it to be the place where you go and you can find all information that you want. Because I know, and I'm sure you know as well how frustrating it is when you have to like click through different tabs to get like different information when you're trading, doing anything.
Not good for the ADHD. I need multiple screens.
Yeah, one place. And then another thing we added is, let's go into AI XBT, is more data on the agents themselves. So in the free version, you can see the 3-day and 7-day time period. Here we added the 24-hour, 14-day, and 30-day period in the premium version. So it allows for sort of more custom analytics. So 24 hours is like quite time sensitive analytics, and then if you want to see like longer term performance than 7 days, you can obviously use the longer filters. Nothing has changed here, but what we added here in the premium version is some more detailed information when it comes to on-chain metrics such as holders distribution, whale accumulation trend. So what are we looking at? AXBT, yeah. So you can see like whales are pretty consistent, so like, but that's a good spread in my opinion, because sometimes like some agents you will see, especially new ones, that they have a lot of whales at the beginning and then it's sort of like goes into more split. But this is something really interesting to look at, especially when you're trading, and to make sure that someone's not gonna like instantly dump the token because it's held by a couple of whales. You've got the HHI index, you've got the balance by holding time, 1 month retention, and 1 week retention. So I really like these 3 because especially for AI XBT, you can see like 238 million of AIXBT, like people have been holding for over 30 days. So you can really see, the dedication to the token. Same when it comes to like retention. So you can see the percentage of users who bought the token in the first month and are still holding it. So that is really cool because that shows like people have really like not gotten rid of their AIXBT. And here you can see this is a lower number. So these are probably people who are trading on AIXBT because that's the percentage of users who bought the token in the first week and are still holding it. Oh, yeah. So it's in the first week. So then, in the first week, probably when the token started making waves in the first month, then more people who truly believed in it bought it. And here, some of them got rid of it. Then here are also super interesting data. I'm not going to go through all of them, but for example, you've got top holders, top 10% holders, top 50% holders, and top 100 holders. And you can see what percentage of the tokens are held by these top holders. So here, almost 50% is being held by top 100 holders. So with, what is it, 100K holders. So that is actually quite a lot of the percentage being held by the top 100 holders. But then top 100 holders will be holding, the largest amount of the token. So that sort of makes sense. All right. Other things I think we already covered because they were in the previous version. So there is just one more thing. So built with Jin is coming, but here is built with Sami. And
very cool.
basically, Sami has created dashboards. Yeah. These dashboards that he's using for his analytics. So he has a full say as to what goes into these dashboards, but you can see 12, 24, and 48 hours momentum scores. You can see weekly market cap and smart engagement comparison here for the tokens chosen by Sami. And then here, I really like this one. I was looking at it just now, which is market share and mindshare scatter plot, because it basically shows the correlation the market cap and mindshare, and fart is but it's like so close to the correlation line. So this is like the prime example how well the mindshare and the market cap can go together. And you can see like most of them are sort of scattered here around the correlation line. So for me, it like really justifies the theory that mindshare like really correlates with the price of the token. It's not just something we think happens, like it really happens.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't know which way around it is, right? Very cool. I like it. I think that with I actually had some fun hacking some stuff together, which I think you'll like actually, because it has some pretty interesting conclusions about the cookie token as well. I'll share screen.
Oh, yeah.
I basically used the cookie data to build an agent on top of cookie. That's basically just for me, that I just use to like look at stuff. So I'm lazy. I think everyone's lazy. All people care about is actually just how can I make money, and also how can I stay ahead. That's basically all anyone cares about, right? So I just wanted like general analysis. What's the risk? MCAP mindshare is kind of useful, but like not really that actionable. What you need is sector liquidity flows. Is it going to swarms? Is it going to agents? Is it going to gaming? Is it going to DeFi? No one's really settled on whether we're going to say DeFi or DAI-fi. Like, it's still clumsy. I don't know. I don't care. But like, we need to know where things are going. And then wallet analysis patterns is who bought the original big ones, and then going from there. Because this is more like intelligence, because data is not super useful unless you know how to interpret it. And then like patterns, and then low risk. What's low risk and what's holder metrics? So interestingly, based on this, virtual looks potentially overvalued. AIXBT is still undervalued, which is pretty cool. Fartcoin, strong engagement despite meme status. AI16Z is like a blue chip. Mindshare efficiency is a metric I quite like, which is, I think, kind of the same thing, but I don't think it's actionable. Interestingly, cookie comes out as a emerging opportunity. So the agent thinks that people should buy cookie, which is pretty fun. Same with Ava, and then a bunch of stuff that's interesting with like goat. This is like I wanted the agent to be making guesses as well, because it's interesting to see like what can we predict with the cookie data, what can we see with patterns, and it thinks that goat is maybe high risk, but it'll be interesting to see if it continues to be like the category leader, because I think it's really dropped in mindshare. No one really talks about it. Truth terminals almost irrelevant at this point.
Should we look at it at cookie.fun? Hang on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, right. I've just opened it. So yeah, the mindshare. I mean, here as well, price is going down, mindshare is going down. Price is tanking more than mindshare actually.
Which fits with the market, right? Because this doesn't take into account relative to market dynamics, I think. Which it'll be useful to have like a relative to Bitcoin. Like it'll be good to know if agents are outperforming Bitcoin or not. Even like in terms of a beta, does it drop or is it resilient in market drops or not? Which is quite interesting. And if you go back to whale accumulation, just at the bottom, sorry, not the bottom, just in the middle, those lines, a bit further up. Sorry, yeah, those. It'd be really interesting to have one that's like, what is the realized P&L of holders? You know that Bitcoin chart that has like the at what point are the holders in, how much in profit are holders? That's a useful thing to know to like test how things are, whether it's high risk or not, right? Because have you seen those lists of like Bitcoin price charts? The Bitcoin price signals, the thing on CoinGlass.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool to have and show.
I think we should have like the bull market indicators for agents like this, kind of like one of these. Use the same, maybe not like the pi cycle top, or we can have a different version of ETF outflows, which is kind of like AI sector. Nothing's long enough to do like the rainbow chart or the pool multiple, but I think we can look at like average cost. This one's really useful. Long-term holder supply, short-term holder supply. Because even if it doesn't apply like exactly, it'll still be really interesting, because most people are, for lack of a better term, retarded, and they won't be able to understand the data, right? And they will just, like me, be very lazy. And the more useful we can make it, the better, I think. Because this is like by far probably the most fully featured like agent analysis platform there is. I think I haven't seen anything like it. I think there's a new one called like Goat something, but it only does Solana, which is kind of like not that useful if you're trying to trade.
Yeah, we try to. That's a great idea. That's actually something we should, definitely add in version 4. Well, we'll announce it today. So to the 1,000 people watching here right now, it's an alpha version 4 is launching on Friday, and
Nice.
we will announce a couple of features today and tomorrow before the launch. I don't think this is coming yet, but maybe in version 5. Version 5 is already being built as well, and there is way much coming in there as well. So we'll try to squeeze this in probably as well, because that's a great idea.
Nice. Going back to the analysis side of things, are there any? Because I've hacked this together myself, right? Based on just like based on like the cookie dashboard, because I don't have the API access yet. Once with API access, you can get historical data. Is that right?
Yes.
That's very cool. Because I mean, imagine with your agent, are you planning to have this kind of like able to query historical data? Because what I want to know is, when I look at like a chart, I just want to see, is this thing going to go up? Is this thing going to go down? How can I make big bets because I don't like. There's so many different like trader mindset. Like everyone's in the trenches, but I think a lot of people, they don't have time to be constantly watching things, and most people who overtrade lose. It was way better to make a big bet on a few things than it is to like overtrade. And I want to know what's risky, what's low risk. Like these are the biggest recommendations: Cookie, Ava, and Alchemist, which has a pattern of balanced growth across all metrics. And to be honest, my thing might be wrong, but like the Cookie data is good, and I trust in AI more than my decisions on trading anyway. So we'll see how it works. But like, I'm keen to know. Tell me more about like the Cookie agent, because that's very cool. I've seen that on Twitter all around. Do you guys have any plans for that?
Yeah, so hopefully it's coming either this or next month. But it's still under development. It's like you said, it is going to feed up of all our API data. So it will be based on the, we APIs are based on a swarm of agents that are internally working together, like scraping data, analyzing it, and they're talking between one another. And then Cookie Agent is sort of like feeding all of the cookie swarm data. I cannot tease like and say too much about what it's going to do, but its test version is already live, and I've been playing around with it. And it is pretty cool. We're still nailing down, how it presents the data, so it's in like the most approachable format right now. But it is basically is going to have, the Twitter knowledge, all of the cookie.fun knowledge, all of the historical data knowledge that is available through the APIs. And then the first API integration already happened, but not for an agent. There are two agents, I cannot yet say who, that are integrating the API. We should be announcing it next week. But Virtuals already integrated the Cookie Data Swarm API for their new main application, where they're showing the Virtuals agent data. The all social feed is being fed through the Cookie API.
Very cool. Very cool. I was because I think that's the missing link, because the other thing I want to show you is I'm building everything I build is kind of just like it's useful for me. Oh, is it not sharing screen? One sec. Where's it gone? Yeah. Because what people want is basically just like, what's new? How can it make me money? Make my life easier? And like, I look at stuff a lot, and it's really a lot of work to look at everything at once. So I think if I wanted to know everything there is to know about Parachain, yes, Perplexity works. Yes, Twitter, XAPI, whatever, Dex Screener, not really applicable, but maybe like Royco. Firecrawl is really good for the websites. Maybe use O1 or Claude to make a report. But like the missing thing is like actual mindshare agent data. Because I think with L1s and L2s and projects and stuff, like a lot of it's on websites, whereas I think with agents, everything's on the social layer to some extent. And I think Cookie is super interesting in that you kind of track all the things you need to know in one place. So I'd love to integrate the API into just making, because I think most people are going to start doing this, just like, because if I can do it, most people can do it. Like just start hacking stuff together and just like making stuff that's useful for them. I think Cookie is just like useful for everyone these days.
Yeah, well, anyone trading agents, and I feel agents are, coming more to the mainstream retail that is trading on like Sexes. Like they're realizing like agents and AI are not going away anytime soon. I saw it yesterday or 2 days before, the Nvidia CEO who said he sees AI agents market as like a multi-trillion opportunity. And I see it the same way. And I feel like this market is only going to grow. It's what we talked about, like I think a couple of streams ago, that obviously it's going to change. It's not going to be just agents that are chatting on crypto Twitter. They're going to have their own utilities, so the market is going to verify it. But I feel like from here it's only getting more mainstream and to the more retail users, not only people who are deep in grade and AI and crypto Twitter, but are more occasional crypto traders. Like they're seeing this value in AI and they're onboarding as well, and they're doing their own research.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, 100%. It's basically just magic. It's like Harry Potter. It just makes everything potentially possible. So like everyone's just having fun dreaming it, and then I think everyone's just sick of, oh, one day this chain will be used by millions of people to verify their car insurance, and we'll all be millionaires. And like everyone's just like, that's all just not happening anytime soon. But AI, you can just touch and feel. GitHub's the new white paper. X is the new kind of forum discussion, and I think the new ICO is kind of just pump fun or dex screener. I think in a year, I don't know how relevant Binance is going to be. It'll be really interesting to see, because they're just listing things left, right, and center, and all of the, there's been more and more billion-dollar tokens that have been launched outside of this. But I know we're coming up to the last 5 minutes. I wanted to just kind of, I think the one thing that everyone asks all the time is like, oh my God, how do I make sense of what's going on? How do I like categorize? And I think my background in essentially being a doctor before this was like, you just categorize everything. You can break it down into basically like, right now is like entertainment. I think this will be really useful for Cookie as well, just like, because there's going to be, if you go to the Cookie dashboard, we need to separate by purpose, right? Swarms, infra, maybe DeFi. I don't know. I feel like that term is kind of like been shoehorned in because, like, in the end, it's crypto. We want stuff to, like, it's one of the main uses. I think the interesting thing is like the new thing is embodiment. That's slowly starting to happen with, Smallverse and stuff like that, and Hyperfree or something like that. Then like you've got the platforms, and then what else? I think the thing that's going to be really interesting, I think, is actually like AI to me. No one's doing this because all the money is on X and like being publicly useful to people and just having loads of attention. But I reckon soon as someone basically makes character.ai for crypto, then it's game over for everyone because no one's going to leave their Telegram. They don't need to like leave their Telegram. If you can have like a best friend who's roaming through the trenches with you, telling you about all the latest things, but also being your friend, I think that's like the next big thing, because everything so far is functional and everyone's like, oh, category this, category that, but like, what's the thing that's gonna like be missing here? And I think the jump from functional to friend is going to be the like most significant thing in the next weeks, I think, because that's going to be like the next meta. I think embodiment and functional, because DeFi is a crowded trade. I think everyone thinks it's going to happen. It's already happening, but this will be more of a surprise, and I think this will be a bigger surprise because people are going to be like, oh my God, people are spending more time talking to this thing, and it's going to be sexy. There's no doubt about it. People are going to make weird, very disturbing stuff with it, and then that's going to get I think it's going to be sexy mindshare, that for lack of because everything we've got right now, right, is like, oh, we're a little edgy, we've got a waifu, whoa, and it's kind of accepted now. Whereas I think horny AI is the future.
Horny AI.
yeah. That's the new category. I think we need. I mean, don't put this as the built by Jin section, but horny AI, and that's my big prediction. Not DeFi, embodiment, horny AI, and essentially stuff like this. I think because everyone's working on like, oh, I'll get the contract address and I'll trade it and maybe I'll use the thing and then maybe it tells me some information or it does a thing or whatever. But like something that comes to you and gives you all the information exactly how you want it, like what Griphane's doing or a bunch of other like stuff. I think that's probably the next stage, but like, we'll see. If I'm right, like in a couple of weeks when we do the next one.
Yeah, I guess the agent knowing you rather than you coming to an agent and saying like, oh, I need this, can you give me this data? But the agent being like, oh, I know you're like trading these tokens or you're holding these tokens, you might also be interesting about like these insights.
Exactly.
And then you can agree or disagree, and you can disagree, and then we'll give you your point and say like, yeah, but looking historically about what you've been doing and like what you like on Twitter, like Yeah, because I feel like people like we are self-centered, like all of us are. Like that's just how we're built. So the fact that an agent comes to you, then you become the center for this agent. So this is like sort of like playing with your ego as well, and you feel looked after. So yeah, you're probably right. Horny AI it is.
Horny AI. And I think that people want three things, right? They want clout. So like clout, cash, and mirrors. That's kind of like, I mean, sex is like the classical Freudian thing, but I think mirror is actually more appropriate in the digital age because we are fascinated by things that like mirror us. I think all of this stuff, oh, I lost it. I don't know where it went. Never mind, it didn't save. But basically you've got like category, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's just like, oh, which one of these is going to like be the next thing? Go up, go down, go up, go down, which is like where the market is right now, which is where kind of ICOs were in like 2017, right? Which is exactly where we need to be because that's where the money is. But there is a real opportunity here because everyone right now, me and you, are like going there, checking it out, coming back, going there, checking it out, coming back. And actually, there's huge value in providing a single platform that you can just go to that then just like connects to everything, knows you in like a trustless way. And this is pretty much what Nillian's doing, I think, with like blind computing. But if there's like a way of understanding you privately, connecting to all this stuff, so no one has to do the work of there's a lot of work in this bit where it's like I need to explain what I need and the format that I need it and like going to place. Whereas if you just sat there and then it knows that, I like trading high conviction big bets rather than lots of stuff, then maybe a signal comes out of here that's like, this is a red flag, this is a low risk thing. You should put 20% of your capital into this thing of like your trading balance. I think that's aggregation is the next aggregation of services. And when something knows you, it can make you horny as well, which I think is like the obvious next step for AI agents. Because I mean, OnlyFans is the ultimate application for AI agents, I think. And they're already doing it, right? And it's kind of sad, but also at the same time, it is what it is. This is the world we live in.
I think I saw yesterday someone posted on X somewhere this video of this girl saying like it was 100% AI generated. She was beautiful. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. This is like a bigger conversation. And this is also why AI is so fun, right? Because everyone gets to have like big conversations about big things without, feeling like you're having a joint or something. And people are already kind of like super deep into porn as a society, right? What happens when this stuff goes? Like, if I was trying to look, if I had like, I don't know, 100 million of capital, and I was thinking, what is the next big thing that's going to take over things in like, not just crypto, but like on a humanity level, it would be personal embodied AI partners like her. It's basically her, because then they can advertise you anything, they can give you anything, they can make you do anything because you love them. And that's like the scary part of where we're going, I think. But until then, secure the bag, be ahead of horny AI, use cookie.fun, I think is the takeaway.
Okay. Well, I know we're wrapping it up. So yeah, cookie fun, cookie 3, Christina, cookie 3 CMO, horny AI head.
We need to turn that when CA. Thanks everyone. Really enjoyed the conversation, Christina. Thank you as always. See you later. Cheers. Bye-bye.